Welcome back. We are here with 1420. We are in a new decade and we have our family tree here. So excited to see what the next decade brings. In the last one, we have just continued to be working on the horse championship stuff. We have Serena and her knight stuff. And of course, we have met Adelaide Vitor. We'll see where that goes. And I just wanted to thank everyone for all of the fun ideas and stuff you've been putting in the comments. I am really looking into them and trying to figure out what to do with these Sims. Thank you so much for those. And keep them coming. I mean, I don't even know what to do with Alexandra. Like, there's just so much going on. So, we've got options. And also, since it is a new decade, I wanted to do what I did before, which is we'll compare the tree onto how it's changed over the decade. I haven't yet decided exactly what we're going to do for like new decade events, but luckily for the next couple of years, there is like war stuff going on during the like decade mark. So I think that we're okay for now. But yes, I am also reading those comments and all of that stuff. So anyway, let's look at our tree here. So let's start with our family tree, of course. So you can see that back at the beginning of the decade, we had everyone was a child in the first three, and then we had the three or two toddlers and a baby, and Thomas was dead. Oops. So now, I mean, Cecilia is married, and we had Anastasia go to the church. Then we have three teens and a child. So that is all going on a lot. Everyone has changed and grown and all that stuff. Very exciting. I guess we'll just start at the top here. So for this part of the Armstrong family, we had Gilbert and his three children. They were all children at the time. Let's see, where was he, though, with his three kids? Oh, here. Yes, so here you can see that one of his children died, and the other two are old enough to get married and stuff. And we did have Isabel get married to Malcolm, who is now a baron. So there's that. You can see they've had two children so far, including one boy. We'll see if Malcolm gets his boy. In the Axtell family, let's see, we had both parents alive, one deceased, everyone child or younger. Let's see, where are they? They're over here. I just kind of like seeing how families change or like how lines die out and stuff. So you can see that now both the parents are dead. Also, they divorced. And we lost another child, but we did have a marriage as well. I think she's pregnant right now, so that's good. That is definitely continuing. He's got two boys, so we'll see where that goes. In the Bennett household, very small, both parents dead, the two kids, and we had just gotten married to Alex Moyer. I think they're over here somewhere. Did I lose them? No, they're here. Yes, so we lost the other sibling, but she did get married first and had some children. They had one child who died, so unfortunately they had two children who both died. So I guess we are not having any more children in that family. That's unfortunate. For Charles, he was having his affair. He had lost his daughter, and the two kids were toddlers. But now, things are different. Now, if I can get across this family tree, really nothing has changed with the tree, just they've grown up. They've both grown up, although Pascal did roll not to have children. So that is going to be a big deal because that means that the Devereaux family name is going to die out. So that's why I changed the land grabs to the color white, because the color white will be gone shortly. As for Dante, who just died in the last one, he had his two kids who were very young. He actually, Adelaide is his daughter, so you can see that He's deceased, but his wife is still alive, and his eldest daughter is now a teen, and then he has a child. So there's that. We'll see more of them. As for the Duttons, we had lost Edme, and all 5 children were still alive, though young. I have to go to the complete opposite side of the tree for this. Yes, the Duttons, yeah, it looks like everything's pretty much the same, except they all started to grow older. Although I think Olive is married now, and so is Ursula. Both are married. We just can't really see that over here. And then Conrad joined the church. Oh my gosh. Who are you? Anika. Oh my gosh, he is not going to pass on his name. It looks like, as for the Duttons, Ansel is the only one who is oh my gosh, the Dutton family line is in danger. I didn't even realize. Well, so yeah, here's Ansel. He had 1 child at the time, but he divorced his wife. He married Emmeline, or not Emmeline, right? Who did Emmeline remarry to? I forget now. Where am I? Emmeline, who did you remarry? Yeah, Dutton. Did I forget to? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my bad. I forgot to put Emmeline over here. Hold on. Let's fix that. Emmeline Dutton. All right. Well, whoops. But yeah, so he got remarried. He got divorced, remarried. His ex died. The 1 son. Oh my gosh. The Duttons. Only 1. Wow. I did not even realize that. All right. The Armstrongs. Unfortunately, Eleanor had passed. I don't think anything's going on there except for Honora getting older. Where are we? Here we are. Yeah, she's gotten older. Honestly, I guess she looks like her mom, like her face shape, but then her jaw is kind of square like her dad's. I really don't know who she looks like. But she's beautiful. So there is that. And then for the Vitours, we had little Salvia, our last vampire child. Her mom was alive at the time. I believe her mom is deceased now, yes, but she is old enough to get married. So there's that. I'm pretty sure we have a marriage already thought of for her. Oops, I already checked the Larkins. That's our family. The Leifsons, we had the 2 boys and Austin, whose wife died. So, Austin, how are you doing right now? Okay, here he is. Yep, so he died and the younger one died. So we've just got Dustin left there. There must be other Leifson boys, no? No, I guess not. Well, I guess the Leifsons are in danger too. Oh my gosh, everyone's in danger. Every family is in danger. All right, the Payne family. Oh, remember when Frost was all alone, the only child? We were so worried about his line dying out. And then he got married. Here he is. He got married. And though him and his wife have since passed, they've got 5 kids, 3 of whom are boys. So I think that the Payne family might be okay. I think they might be in good shape. As for the Trimbolis, we were also worried about that line because they, didn't have anyone to follow through for them except for Maurice. And Maurice has only had 1 son, also Maurice. So Maurice has passed. 2 kids are dead. 2 kids are alive. Only 1 boy. The Trimbolis are still in danger of losing their families. You can see that they had 3 girls. Also, I think that where are the girls? They must be over here, right? Yeah, I think so. I think these are the girls. So, Winifred married Malcolm. She had 2 girls and then passed. And then Oriana married Gilbert, had 2 girls and then passed. My Sims only have girls, for real. And then Uta is not married yet, but she will be shortly. Last family, Zuan and Millicent's family. So they had their 4 children. Very exciting. Oh, I miss Millicent. She was the best. So there's their family, and you can see that their Milla, who was Emmeline's daughter, has just gotten married to Travis Scott, and I think that they did not have any children that survived. That was unfortunate. But they've got 2 boys here who are eligible to get married, and they look good, if I do say so myself. So, they are in a good shape. So that is all of the families. Let me just X out of this. That is all of the families. That's what's going on. And let's get into what is actually going on this year. So this year, the war is, this part of the war is over. So we roll a d20. If it's a 17, the sim dies at war. So here are all the Sims that are at war currently. Unfortunately, Dante did die of like not old age, but birthday roll. I don't know. Everyone else is still alive. So Joffrey Landgrab. Oh, Joffrey. He can't get a 17. He survived. So he's alive. I'll move them all home before I go into the recording for the game. All right, Zwan. Zwan, I'm worried about you. He survived. I mean, this honestly is a pretty good roll. It's just one number, but, you know, with my luck. All right, Gilbert 2. You are the only Armstrong man. You have to survive. Okay, he did. So he's good. And then Wybert 2, who is about to get married, so it would be nice if he survived. Ooh, that was a close one, but he did survive. Okay, everyone lived through the first part of this situation. War. The 100-Year War is still going on. I honestly didn't know how to like list things, but I just did it like this because we had already had some, but you can see the years attached to them if it's confusing at all. So looks like everyone did a good job of surviving at war. That's great. Now let's roll for, yeah, it looks like I am planning on having our vampire marry Wybert when he gets back to war. So from war, that'll be great. And we'll see if our vampire population booms again. Who knows? So we have an infant roll, no 18 or 20. This is Johnny Zest the second. He survived. And then we have Euphemia Landgrab and Baram Bennett. They can't get a 4, 8, or a 12. I'm just going to go through this. Ooh, no. I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly because I have been talking a lot already, and I know that we want to just get into the game. But anyway, a 7 for Elra. Oh, Maurice the second. Maurice the second. And then we have Alice and Amelia. Oh my gosh, okay, so we have 14s. They can't get a 7. The second one is Maurice. Oh my gosh, Maurice. Okay, he survived. I mean, honestly, ooh, who got a 7? Amelia Vitor. Oh no, that's oh my gosh, that's Dante's younger daughter. Oh my gosh, so really this whole family has just been taken out in the last couple of years. That's so sad. Oh. Oh gosh, Cecilia. Will Cecilia survive her young adult role, 2, 6, 11, 13, 14, after she just got married and had her first baby? Oh no, Cecilia, don't die yet. Okay. And then Thomas Trimboli is becoming an adult. He needs to get a 9 or higher. And he does. Ooh, just barely squeaks in there. Oh my gosh. So there it is. Everybody there. Looks like a couple people died. That's unfortunate. But anyway, now for vampire hunting, since it is a decade, you get no special treatment. We will now just, if being accused is enough. So we have 2 vampires. The first one is Edward. He's at the church. And the second one is Salvia. So they can't get a 9 on a d10. Oh my god. I cannot believe that just happened. Edward is like my favorite. No, not Edward. He started the new church. I'm so disappointed. Oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed. Well, I guess at least Salvia survived. She is now the last vampire. So she is probably really hoping to bring the vampire population back up to snuff. So, oh my gosh. Okay, and then for humans, oh, I'm so disappointed. Not Edward. um, for humans, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, what if I lose Adelaide right now? They can't get an 18. I can't believe this. Okay, don't die. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are okay. I think even though I'm sad that Edward died, we did survive, and nothing too horrible has happened. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if all my vampires just died out? Then we would have to bring Vlad back. So there's that. I think that is it. So let's hop into the game. The real question is, why do I keep forgetting to do the marriage rolls? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Let me just open this up too. So 1 does get married but does not have children. That's Elra Dutton. So Elra Dutton is a 0. Number 2 does get married but doesn't. Maurice, the Trimbolis are dying out. They're not having any babies. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And so, again, I had changed this numbers because I felt like we were having too many kids. Oh no, the Trimbolis are really dying out for reals. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, what about Aeolus? 6. Okay, well, at least one of you is going to have babies. Oh, shoot, I just messed that up. 6. So what I said I was going to do was, okay, so Elra Dutton, is anyone all by themselves that is needing a wife? So I guess Zwan is. That's Zwan number 2, by the way. That's not this one. Okay, so he needs a wife. I guess he will marry Elra since, so what I'm doing is I look at see who doesn't have anyone assigned to them yet and then pair them up as we go, just so that I'm not like, oh, I wonder who's available for marriage. Let's do... He only had 1 anyway, so I guess it's not a big deal if they don't have kids, although Zwan is such a handsome sim. Okay, and then Maurice Trimboli has a 0, so Caitlin Devereaux and Aeolus Devereaux are both available. And I'm not looking at Sims that aren't wealthy enough, right? So the Trimbolis, the Devereaux, the Armstrongs, those are all rich families. So, I mean, usually I would marry them to the first person that's available. But these two do have the same birthday, so that might be... But she is a 10 and she is a 6. Maybe it's better if we mitigate the 10. Also, Caitlin is... You know what? I have an idea. Here's what we're going to do. Here's Caitlin. She is beautiful, of course. And then where is Aeolus? Gosh, I don't even know. Oh, it was... Here. Oh, well, we can't even see her because she literally just turned into a teenager, so I don't really know what she looks like. Maybe I should keep the main Devereaux line going, and neither of Charles's children are going to have children. Is that how it's going to be? Wow. I guess so. Okay. Well. Well. I need you to wrap, please. Okay, well, there's that. So, if I... What did I do here? I did Elra and Zuan. So, do I have Zuan in here somewhere? No. I really need to organize this marriage situation better because I feel like I'm confused. Anyway, now let's hop into the game. Alrighty, so we are at our house, obviously doing all of our morning chores, and we are going to continue to train the horses as well as enter horse competitions and also have Serena be doing her athletic and night skills. Also, we will have Thomas meeting Adelaide again, so we'll see how that goes. And we will also be having our little baby horse, Neptune, aging up into a regular horse, adult horse, in this part as well. So that is what's going on there, and we are just making sure that he continues to bring home the gold. So we are now doing the endurance, I believe. Yeah, the endurance competitions. So technically, in order to do the endurance competitions, you need some jumping skills, so that is why I was holding off, because I wanted our jumping skill to be really good. And so now we're going to start doing that, even though we're not at level 10 of the jumping skill just yet, but we are on level 8, so I think it's going to be okay. Anyway, Olive just had twins, and only one of them survived, unfortunately, and so we're going to name that one Jaquette. So that is our twins, and one of them did not survive, so that's unfortunate. But that's just the way it is. So we have a new baby in there. She is now not having any more children because she is all done with her roles. Although he had some extra roles, but we're not going to worry about that too much. And we are also, again, like I said, having Neptune age up. Unfortunately, we did not have Neptune yet get at the top of the temperament skill. Honestly, I think 1 sim per horse is going to be the easiest way to do this, except if we are going to not be getting them to level 10. I think right now what is happening is that we are having, Thomas focus on having his championship horse, and that is what he's really focused on. But maybe in the future we won't try to get every single horse to level 10. We'll just get like them to level 5 and everything, or something like that, and then sell them, because we could be making so much money if we were selling horses a little faster, but getting them to level 10 and everything literally takes almost their whole lives. So there's that. Also, for some reason here in Brindleton Bay, there is a heat wave, so we're in danger, but also we have Serena here doing her night stuff, practicing with the other knights, and I am trying to invite over Adelaide, but for some reason she just doesn't want to show up, and for some reason every time I invite Sims out when I'm at a community lot, they're just like not coming, and I don't know why. So what I'm going to have to do is teleport her here. Also, he's burning to death. That's just great. It was cold back in Henford on Bagley, but now it's a heat wave. I don't know. Let's go inside and hope nobody burns to death outside. And we are going to, like I said, we're going to invite Adelaide here. I'm just checking on Serena, making sure she's not, it looks like she's talking with some of the other ladies, which is really nice, actually. She's talking with one of the Trimvolis and I think a priest or a nun or whatever. So anyway, I want to have Adelaide come here. So Adelaide, if you I mean, you obviously remember because this just happened. Adelaide just lost her sister as well. So her sister has just passed, and her father passed last year, and she didn't even get to be with her father when he passed because he was at war at the time. Can you not burn to death? Thank you. Yeah, she's going to burn to death. I got to bring her inside. You know what? This weather is so annoying. The weather literally stops me from doing things I want to do. Okay, so she is. Adelaide just lost her sister as well, and so anyway, she's here and she sees Thomas and she's really excited about it, but then her mother is also here with her, and Rose is not so excited about it. So Rose is going to come over here and kind of supervise, and then they left the room. But they are going to chat, and basically Rose is going to try to get a feel for Thomas now that Adelaide is her only daughter, and her husband is dead, her other daughter is dead. She is not very happy. So she comes off kind of rudely, and Adelaide is like, Mom, seriously? Actually, it's kind of cute because Adelaide is a loyal sim, which means that she'll fight back if she sees a sim that she is loyal to, like getting in a predicament. So anyway, we have Rose. Rose is also a paranoid sim. So she is really nervous that she's going to also lose her other daughter. She's nervous because everyone in her family has died and she is just freaking out. So she's talking to Thomas and she's kind of really not being very nice to him. She's basically saying to him, you're not even a knight. Like, my daughter should be marrying a knight who can protect her and, you know, make sure she's safe and all that stuff. So she is really disapproving of Thomas because she wants her daughter to be safe. She does not want to lose another family member, and she just really feels like, you know, what if Adelaide goes with Thomas? What if Vlad comes? Thomas isn't going to be able to protect her and all of this stuff, and she's just really concerned that Thomas is not good enough for her daughter. And so she basically says as much, and Thomas is all awkward duck about it because he's like, I did not anticipate this happening. But Adelaide is, you know, saying to her mom, no, I really like him, like blah, blah, blah. Can you not like ruin this for me, Mom? So basically that's what's going on. Is Thomas now has a lot to think about because it sounds like, you know, Rose is basically saying that she's not going to approve if they want to get married. And so he has a lot to think about because he doesn't want to cause a problem between Adelaide and her mother. Like, he knows what it's like to have parents that are absent, and it's really nice that Adelaide and her mother are close to each other. So and he's not really the type of guy to just like be like, well, I'm going to marry her anyway. So he is definitely thinking about all of this and what it means and what he can do and what he wants to do, and just, you know, he's thinking. Meanwhile, Serena is like, oh yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best. And she is practicing her fitness skills. She knows that she's tough, and she has worked so hard. Like, she works so hard, and she really wants to be the best knight. She wants to be a hero. And so she is excited about that because she wants to do all that, and she really feels like she's succeeding. She thinks that she is doing a really good job of, you know, practicing and working out and making everything good. Unfortunately, we got silver there. But she thinks she's doing really well, and she's excited, and, you know, there's going to be a war in 5 more years, so she is really getting ready for it. So there is that. And we again are just going to do the stuff with the horses. Yeah, I know it's hot out. It's a summer. What do you want from me? But Neptune looks good. And we're going to come and fix this and keep you guys going, and you need to do that. And we're just, you know, trying to get everything going. So I honestly, this weather changes so much that I have to change our outfits every 5 seconds. You guys need to stop it. But also, it's really cute because Neptune wants to practice barrel racing. Like, when I leave Neptune alone, he goes around and around and around and around the barrels, and I think that's super cute. So there is that. So he wants to be a racehorse too. Aw. So it looks like Gilbert has shown up here. Gilbert is actually getting pretty old. Gilbert has shown up here. Actually, Gilbert might have a birthday next year. Let me check. Hold on. Yeah, he does. He has his like second adult part 2 birthday next year. And so he is basically kind of seeing that he's getting older and he wants to check out, come back to the house and see how things are going. He knows that Cecilia is not around anymore because, he kind of has kept tabs a bit. But basically, if Thomas could try and talk through this door, but so basically, Thomas and Gilbert are having this conversation, and Gilbert's, come to give a present of, peace. He wants to kind of keep an eye on them, or at least be able to be in their lives in some way, in the way that he used to be. He wants things to go back to that. And he's like, well, Cecilia's gone now, so there doesn't have to be any bad blood between us. And Thomas is like, yes, there does. How dare you treat my sister that way? So Thomas isn't, Thomas and Serena aren't super forgiving, but also, like, Thomas recognizes that, in order for his sister to do well as a knight, that she kind of needs their father's support in a way. So there's that. And then, he doesn't want to alienate the group of people that he wants to be selling horses to. So there's also that. And I think that part of him does want to make up with his father because, Emmeline has come around every once in a while. But I think, every kid kind of wants their parent to be in their lives, right? So he is feeling conflicted about it, but he basically, gives Gilbert I haven't forgiven you for how you've treated Cecilia, but we can see. We'll play it by ear, like we'll see. So he gives them a violin as a present, which just goes to show how little he knows about them. But he gives them that. And then we are just going to save because for some reason all my Sims are stuck. And then I have to reset them all. And they're just not really doing what I want them to do. And I don't really get it. But anyway. So we're going to do our chores again this morning. And then we are going to, once again, head out to the horse track and try and get that silver competition and make it gold instead. So there's that. And he's inspired. So I think we're all in pretty good shape. Why don't you guys just do that? And it's also kind of annoying how the horses will come up to my Sims and distract them from whatever they're doing. Like, no, you are supposed to be gardening or talking to someone or whatever. And a horse comes up and they're like, oh, wait, let me talk to the horse instead. No. Ugh, a bronze. Okay. I need to figure out how exactly to get them to get a gold because obviously it's not a skill issue. But anyway, so he's going to call Adelaide over and talk with her and basically say to her, your mother really doesn't want us to be together, blah, blah, blah. And she's basically like, I don't care what my mother wants. Like, I know what I want and I really like you. And I think that it could work out. And he's like, come on, your mom is the only family member you have left. Do you really mean that? And she is actually kind of conflicted because obviously she loves her mother as well. So I think also having Gilbert visit kind of makes Thomas think, well, I really should encourage her to be making up with her mom. And so he basically tells her, Adelaide, I would marry you in a heartbeat, but I can't do so knowing that your mother doesn't approve, and I really think that we can't do that. And Adelaide, of course, is so upset that he's saying this and bringing this up because she really likes him too, and she, has been surrounded by these knights her whole life, and her father probably, pointed out some night that he wanted her to potentially marry and stuff, and she just didn't really connect with that lifestyle of, being the wife of a knight who's always at war and always fighting and always in danger. And so she wanted like a regular guy. She doesn't want to marry a knight. So that is what's going on there. And again, there's another storm, which is just great. So I'm trying to do some stuff, but I really can't. So I'm like, okay, well, why don't you come inside and work on Neptune's temperament skill? So there's that. Oh, so cute. Honestly, I don't even remember what gender Neptune is. It says it there, but I can't really see that because I'm blind. Anyway, oh, did you just get struck by lightning? Get inside. Get inside. Go to the bathroom. No, see, here's what happens. I tell him to take a bath, and what does he do? He goes and tries to talk to a horse. He, like, immediately. He's like, and then the horses are in the house, and oh my gosh, you guys, you just gotta stop it. Thomas, get back inside. Get back inside before you get struck by lightning again. You know what I don't need? I don't need this. Okay, so I'm going to have them both go to sleep. Hopefully the storm will end soon. I really need that to happen. But then we are also, yep, no, he didn't last very long. It's because I cheated their needs. It's fine. Okay, so you can talk to the horse fine if it's inside. So, also she's sore from working out. And here's another horse. Well, we can work on Neptune's temperament anyway. Oh, come back. Okay. Maybe not outside. Don't do this outside. I'm still concerned about the storm. Why is my life like this? They really don't listen to me, my Sims. They just really don't listen. Okay, so there you are. And Tornado is actually doing really well, too. So there's that. Maybe after we get to, like, the top championshipness of Sugar, we will breed her again and then sell both of them. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I just talk like I know what I'm planning, and I really don't, and then I just say things off the cuff. Anyway, but yes, I have been looking more into, I know I just was talking about this a second ago, but in the intro, but I have been looking into some of the ideas that everybody has given me, and I'm really excited about those. And I don't know if I'm going to use any of them like verbatim, but some of them have given me some good ideas to work off of, so I think that we're going to be okay. And I also want to remind everyone that, like, just because someone moves out and gets married does not mean that their story is over. Like, a lot of ideas I have sometimes have to do with, you know, Sims later on in their lives, or like, you know, what happens after they're married, or if they're a step parent, or if their spouse dies, or, you know, if, you know, all those kind of things. So I think that, you know, maybe at least for Serena's plan, at first you might think it's not enough, but I have a long-term plan that I'm thinking about for her that I think you'll really enjoy. So anyway, moving on. We are going to, again, keep training, always training. Also, I'm not very bright, and for some reason, I thought today was Saturday. Like, I thought this day was Saturday, and I don't know why I thought that, because it's Sunday now. I think I, like, checked the time when it was still Saturday. I don't know what happened. I feel like we just skipped Saturday, and I don't know. Anyway, Ursula just had her baby, but she just died in childbirth. And then, so let's name the baby Frida. Yes, okay. So yes, I have accidentally played an extra day. So next year will be one less day than it's supposed to be. Oops. But, oh well. Everything's fine. I don't know why I thought it was Saturday, but anyway. Ursula did just die, and then, guess what happened? I lost the internet. I don't know what happened. I had to reset my router. I totally lost the internet. And it comes back towards the end of the video, but for right now I had to play without the internet and just like take notes and be like, update this person, update that. You can see me being confused right here. Why isn't anything loading? Yeah, so I ended up just resetting the router and it fixed it, but I didn't do that for like a little bit. Anyway, we are going to have these two chat now. So basically what's happening is Thomas is going to talk to Serena about his predicament with Adelaide. He's going to tell her, you know, I've got this woman, I really like her, but you know, her mom doesn't approve. And Serena's like, well, what doesn't she like about you? My brother's perfect. So he basically tells her, you know, she doesn't like that. She doesn't think I can protect her daughter, all that stuff. And Serena's like, well, you've got me, first off. I can protect you both. And he says to her, that's not going to be enough. So she says, well, why don't you make it enough? Why don't you train? And he's like, I'm not a knight. I can't do that. And she says, look, I'll train you It'll be fine. All you have to do is show some competence in order for her to say yes. And also, Cecilia is having her baby. And so I had to Google names because the internet wasn't working. But anyway, so Cecilia and her baby are fine. But anyway, so she says, look, I'll train you. And with me as your trainer, you'll be able to beat some of those other knights, no problem. And so she is really kind of pushing on, like, you can do it. All you have to do is show her mom that you mean business, that you mean to protect her daughter, that you will take it seriously, that responsibility of being her daughter's husband and all of that stuff. So he is basically like, okay, well, okay. So he is next year going to start training a bit in order to um, prove to Rose that he should be able to marry Adelaide. He's not willing to give up just yet, and he thinks, you know what, if that's what I need to do, then that's what I need to do. And even though I'm not a knight, I will do it. So that is where we're going to wrap up today. I know I accidentally played an extra day. That I don't know how that happened. My brain just wasn't working. I think I was distracted by the internet issues and all that stuff. So that's fine. And we are going to just finish this up. Then we'll head out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some people around so that we have enough room in our households for, for all the babies that are going to be born. So we'll move them around just to get the Dutton, or no, the Bennets out of the orphanage. So we'll move them, and then we'll go into the orphanage and have Wybert II, who now is sporting a scar from the war, and Salvia get married, who is a vampire. So for everyone who went to war, I gave them a scar for coming back alive. So they survived, but they obviously fought, so they were not unscathed. And so we have Adelaide, who... Not Adelaide, I'm sorry, but they do look similar because they're both Vitors. We have Salvia, who is now here with Wybert II. They are going to get together here, and then they are going to woohoo for a baby. So there's that. Okay, how are you doing? Are you pregnant? Yes, okay. So then we'll change it. So again, my rule is that vampires, their spouses have to take their last names, so he will be now Wybert Vitor. So that is going to be his new last name, so that the vampirism stays in the Vitor family. And then we'll go to the church in order to get a new picture of them, along with his new outfits. And I'm actually going to spruce up his outfits anymore. He is not super poor. He is married to the woman who is now running the orphanage, so that is good. And then we are going to head to the church, where we are going to get their picture. Also, we have to kill Ursula, whose picture is also at the church. And then we have to also get... yeah, I'm just having issues with the internet. But I got it back after I reset the router. So here we are, just going back and updating everything that I wasn't able to previously update because the internet was down. But so here we go. We are going to also then kill Ursula and Edward. Not my Edward, I know. So we're going to kill them both, and we are going to update some stuff here. So you can see what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to get Salvia and Wybert to be over here, and then I got an extra one for Ursula. Edward's obviously still here, so there's that. And I'm going to have him paint the last painting that he's ever going to paint. So there is that. And now we are going to take their picture. They look so sweet together, actually. I'm really happy for them. Maybe the vampires will rise up again. Who knows? So Salvia is the last vampire. That is a big deal. I was kind of waiting for for the last vampire to come, and then I wanted to play vampires again, but I don't know if I really want to play vampires again right at this moment, you know? I think that maybe down the line we'll play vampires again. Well, what I wanted to do was, oh, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it or not, but like what I was thinking about doing was having there be one vampire left, and then that vampire doesn't have any children, but that vampire uses the vampire family aspiration and creates new vampires, so that there are like new vampires around the world. It's not just in the Vitor family. So then there are the new vampires, and then I would change the rules for vampires so that so that they wouldn't have as many kids. So was thinking like, since they were made and not born, that like I would have it be like Twilight rules. So female vampires couldn't have children, but male vampires could. I don't know. It was just something I was thinking of, but we're not going to do that right now or probably anytime soon, unless we somehow decide to play with vampires again shortly. But I feel like we just did a lot of vampire stuff recently, so I'm ready to take a little break from vampires, but that's okay. So let's start here, and I'm just going to get these frames everywhere, and we're going to put those up. And then I'm also going to put up a picture of Edward. I do want a painting of Edward up on the wall because he founded this church, and I feel like he should have one. So that's what we're doing, and that is where we're going to wrap up. So I hope that you enjoyed this part. I do like giving Thomas a little bit of drama in that he is not going to be accepted by Adelaide's family. So originally I was going to have Dante not approve, but since Dante is dead, and Rose is also a paranoid sim, so it would make sense that she's worried about her daughter. So I think that will be good, and I am actually pretty excited about, Thomas's training montage for the next year, and hopefully he'll be able to pass inspection at the end of that. And then the next year after that will be his 18th birthday, and then he will be able to get married. So that's where we're at. I had the other vampire lady that I created kill Edward. I always like to keep a random vampire in the church so that even if I accidentally or on purpose kill all of the Sims in the church, there'll be one Sim that I'm not planning on killing that will be there just for the pictures, not to get disappeared or anything. Anyway, so that's it, and I don't know what's going on next year. Next year, Johnny's, Ansel, Anastasia's birthday is going to be next year's, and so is Gilbert's. So I hope that you're excited for that, and I'll catch you in the next one.